Whenever you're ready.
Count us down.
All right, we are rolling in 5, 4, 3. Good morning, Colin.
Good morning, Josh.
And good morning, everybody else out there. Welcome to Fattest Guys in the Room. If you're our people in Vancouver, we appreciate you listening. Just so you know, we're going to do a shout out each week to the highest city, and so far it's a toss up between Denver, where I live, and
Where we all live.
freaking Vancouver. Thank you, Ryan Reynolds, for your consistent ongoing love and support. If you'd like to come hang out with me in person, I will wear a mask and we will have a cup of your great gin and not Hugh Jackman's coffee.
And our apologies to Matt Damon. We just don't have enough time to get you on the show today.
No. Who's Matt Damon? All right, so hey everybody, welcome. So first thing we're going to do is if you want to learn more about us, go to www.fgitr.com or www.fattestguysintheroom.com, and what that will do is that'll tell you who we are. It'll give you an option to donate to our charity Chub Run, which is the hat I'm wearing. And we're also going to be launching a online store for workout clothes, stuff like that. If you want to get you some, anything that's purchased with Chub Run logo, we'll go 100% of that profit will go straight into the nonprofit, and anything purchased with the Fattest Guys in the Room logo, which will be out later this week, will 10% will go to the Chub Run nonprofit. The other portion will go, straight to me and Colin. So keep this show
right.
Going.
That's right.
What we're gonna do.
You're also wearing a Chub Run shirt, by the way.
I am. I'm all merched up right now.
You are.
So we got stickers and hats and shirts and all kinds of stuff. And Colin's wearing an Alcatraz triathlon shirt, which is way cool. It's a climb, run, swim.
That's
which
right.
is, a little different. It's a little different. He didn't actually do this triathlon because he's Canadian. They couldn't put him in Alcatraz. That was a thing. And
but I visited last year.
Yeah, you visited last year. Okay, but anyways, that's enough about us. We'll talk about our sponsor real quick, QH2. They are an IT company based in the Denver Tech Center and service customers nationwide. If you've got IT problems ranging from your earphones not working because they're a 10-year-old set of the iPhone earphones and you're trying to plug them into your computer, or all the way up to your entire network infrastructure has died and you're pretty sure a mouse ate all of your wires, give them a call today at 303-688-7531 or online at www.qh2.com. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. I know, but just a lot all at once. I don't want to turn into Joe Rogan over here and just have like 15 minutes of ads. Mm-hmm. Oh, go to Squarespace. I'm going to read from this paper and have no enthusiasm about it at all. Even though, Joe Rogan, you're great, but I mean, the way you do your ads just is awful. Okay, so
I've been listening to the Scrubs rewatch podcast, Doctor, where fake doctors, real friends, and they actually have an ad at the very end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like the last 12 or like maybe 30-ish seconds. All of a sudden, there's an ad.
You just turned it
off.
I've
just turned that off. On to the next one, please.
I'm not gonna listen to this right now.
Yeah, that's just poorly designed, Zach and Donald. Come on, and then have me on Zach and Donald. By the way, I would love to. So, anyways, how you doing? How were you?
Doing okay.
How were you successful this week?
I wasn't like at all.
Oh well, yeah. I'm sure you're successful in other areas of your life.
Well, yeah. I mean, sort of. Well, I had, car broke down Sunday, so I don't know. I've just been kind of demotivated. I think I did okay before the end of last week, but coming into this week, I've been kind of lazy, just working and trying to work on the car, get it fixed up. And then yesterday, I didn't want to do anything after work, but so. But how were you successful? I bet you were successful because that seems to be you because you're all disciplined.
Well. Like we said last week, I'm getting tired of the whole working out at home thing. So
yeah.
I haven't been rolling out. I didn't roll out of bed the last few days.
And didn't just roll.
I didn't just roll out and work out. I stood up and walked away, and that was it. There was no rolling out of bed. Rolling out of bed to work out. So, but I'm gonna try and get a better running timeline so I can, because I've been trying to run in the mornings, but then trying to run in the afternoons as well, but haven't been running with my partner lately because we couldn't get our schedules to line up, and now
and he's got a job now.
He's got a job, so it's all we got to figure that out now. We got to figure out timing, but
it's all good.
You know what?
It's all good, man. I mean, it's ups and downs, right? I mean,
weeks.
You can't just expect yourself to do everything all the time.
Yeah.
And so I'm really glad that you kind of struggled this week. A little bit of Schadenfreude there, just making me feel a little bit better about myself. Thank you, Colin.
But the next time when we do this again next week, I won't be saying the same stuff. So just
neither will I.
Just be ready for that.
I saw like an Instagram. So you know how you're talking dry swimming, right? So I saw like this random Instagram video where this lady, she like hooked her legs into the edge of her counter, right? And so she's hanging off of her counter to build that core strength and doing the swimming motions. And I thought that was kind of cool.
She's like a Russian swimmer or something like that. It was, dude, I saw that too.
That was crazy. That was crazy. I don't know who you are, but hey, that's awesome. That gave me an idea of something I can't do, but we'll try anyway.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, we'll post a video of me falling. That's the thing. That's what we'll do randomly because I crash a lot, I fall a lot, I bump into stuff. I'm a big clumsy kind of guy. I'm only graceful when I need to be graceful. Other than that, I'm just a big clumsy. Yeah, you ever seen me play volleyball? It is a sight. I am like Twinkle Toes Fred Flintstone over here.
Really?
It is insane. You've never seen it because you guys always play volleyball and you don't want me to be a part of it at the company picnic, so I never do. So I mean,
is that how it works?
That's how it's been for like 5 years because there's one guy that bogarts it and he doesn't want me to be a part of it. So I never was. Anyways, moving on. So but anyways, yeah, so I mean I run into stuff. I'm clumsy. If you go to if you go to our Facebook page, actually, you'll see me crash on the bicycle. And that was when I was training for the first triathlon.
Yeah, I found out that my bicycle, the handlebars are too wide, and I can't get my GoPro to mount on it. It's weird. It wasn't working at all. So I got to figure out a way I can do that because if we're gonna do one of these shows,
our other podcast is called Smartest Guys in the Room, and you can't get a GoPro to mount to your bicycle. What's going on over there? I mean, what are you doing there, guy?
I'm still unpacking. I found one clamp there and put it on. I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work at all. So I have to look for the other ones. So if we're gonna do one of these while riding a bike.
Oh yeah, we did say that we were gonna do that, didn't we? But I mean, it's not happening this week, obviously. So Shelby and I were talking. The treadmill thing's not gonna work because they're gonna be huffing and puffing. You're just gonna hear. There's gonna be a ton of background noise. People aren't gonna want to hear that. The bicycle might work, but doubtful. We would have to.
Windy. You just can't.
Yeah, like and you got the wind.
We're gonna have to get microphones. We're gonna have to get microphones, clip microphones,
like wind-resistant microphones. I don't have money for that. Yeah, so if you guys want us to do one of these like remote ones, you need to send us some money.
We'll still have to figure it out. We'll have to test a little bit on the treadmill because I think we could do it. What if we just soundproof our upper bodies? Just
how do you soundproof your upper body?
Put the treadmill in a box. But the bubble.
You put the treadmill in a box. You're gonna put a treadmill in a box and try to use it. That's
well then we're just gonna
have to explain to you how I'm clumsy and kind of ridiculous. I will just fall over.
Then we're gonna have to copy Kevin Nealon because he's got his hiking with Kevin Nealon. He's just got a selfie stick and a GoPro and he just holds it out in front of him and his guests.
There we go. Okay, that would work. That would work. I could see that working. I could see that working. All right. Anyways, moving on from that. So, Colin, today we're gonna have kind of a fun conversation. We're gonna talk, childhood fitness heroes, right?
Ooh, nice.
So I've got a little surprise for Colin. We're gonna put Colin on the spot right now and see if he can identify a song that was used for a very specific childhood hero. Okay, let's see if he can identify this. And everyone at home listening, just listen up real quick. We're gonna try this out. Colin, you get 3 seconds. No, just kidding. About 15 seconds.
I'm gonna need more than that just from this. Oh.
Can you get it? Can you get it, ladies and gentlemen?
You were telling me it's going to be super easy to get.
It's gonna be super easy to get.
Um, it's just which.
Which
Oh,
big hero
why
is
can't?
that, sir?
Ah,
You don't have to identify the song, just which hero.
yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, it's at this point in the song where they go, and presenting your 1997 Chicago Bulls,
It's funny.
Michael
It's funny. It's funny as
Jordan.
we're caught up. We're caught up on the Last Dance right now.
Oh, I'm not caught up on The Last Dance, but I
Oh,
have been. I
have
have
you?
been watching it, and I heard the song, and I instantly remembered
Yeah.
that song was
It.
Chicago Bulls,
Oh
baby.
my
That
gosh.
was 90s. That was Space Jam. Like, it just, Michael Jordan was one of my absolute heroes when I was a kid.
Oh, so you get a name just because you spoke first. I don't get to say who my top one, who like one of the top ones I had was
Oh,
Michael Jordan.
definitely.
So, so now
Oh,
feel
I figured it would be, but man, I wanted to quiz you with the song though, and I figured you would get it instantly because it was so funny. Shelby last night, I was like, "Hey, I got a song for you. I got to see if you know this song, right?" Because
yeah.
she's 19, I'm 46, so it's there's a big age difference there, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
so I started playing it, and she's like, "Oh, sports."
Well, it's funny because like literally we've been watching that and we watched the last
Yeah,
two episodes last night and
yeah,
yeah, I know I've heard it and I'm sitting there thinking, well, I've heard this lately. What montage? Because I was thinking of a workout montage of
yeah.
what montage have I heard this for lately? Mostly just based
It was
because they've
it
had
was
that.
we had that discussion. So I watched it and I remember hearing that and I was like, oh my god, this brings me back straight to my childhood,
Right?
right? Like it was
Right.
it was that was my, and then Michael Jordan in Space Jam, one of my all-time favorite movies. Everybody get up, it's time to slam now.
Yeah.
I mean it's just a thing, Michael Jordan was one of my biggest fans. And so if you're out there, you're watching The Last Dance right now, Colin is wrong. He said that it was better than Tiger King. It's not, but it
Is.
is it is on par with Tiger King if you're into sports, if you're into those bulls,
Yeah.
right? But if you're not into sports, it doesn't have that mass appeal that Tiger King did. But it is a great watch so far.
It,
I'm a couple episodes in. It is a great
it is
watch.
fantastic. Yep. And yeah, like most 90s kids, Michael Jordan. I played basketball. I think I started playing basketball when I was 4. And my parents put me in classes and things like that. And it was always one of those dreams. It was almost like
I
unattainable
believe
because
I can fly.
growing up in northern Saskatchewan, central
Yeah.
Saskatchewan,
Hey,
Canada,
you could have played for the Hornets, man. Muggsy
it
Bogues, you could have
there's
hopped on down.
there's no NBA teams, there's no
Yeah.
sports teams, there's no professional sports
There's no
teams,
sports teams. Yeah, they don't have
and
sports up there. It's just
well,
cold.
they have can they have it's Canada, it's
Dog sled racing, and
yeah
horseback,
that happens.
mooseback,
Snowshoe running and
moose
hockey.
moose moose dressage. That's what they have
Just such.
there.
So it was almost unfathomable that like you could go and watch Michael
Yeah,
Jordan, like you could
yeah,
go to the arena, and so like watching The Last Dance has been like, oh, I keep on saying to Jessica, wow, wouldn't it be crazy if you were that kid? Wouldn't it be crazy if you were that kid? Because there's like
right.
kids asking for autographs, and it shows
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
oh, that'd be crazy if that was me,
That'd
kind of
be
thing.
crazy. Yeah. See,
So
when I was a kid, I lived in Illinois.
yeah,
Right? Like I lived in Illinois, so they were a huge thing, but it still wasn't just, oh, we could just hop up to Chicago and go
yeah,
watch
yeah.
the Bulls. I mean, you watch it on TV if you wanted to. That didn't really happen though. But I mean, it's not like something you could just do, because it just
Hmm.
just wasn't. So I mean, Michael Jordan was one of the big ones for me, and Colin apparently too. Colin, give me another one. Give me another one of yours.
Mario Lemieux.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, what?
I actually know a lady named Melissa Malou or something. I don't know, but I've heard Malou before, but not
Mario
like
Lemieux.
I don't know who that
Uh,
is.
Wayne Gretzky.
I know Wayne Gretzky, but
Well,
not.
yeah. So
Oh,
Mario
so
Lemieux,
yours are because you're Canadian. Yours are all like
Canadian.
hockey dudes.
So hockey. So the awesome thing. I mean, Wayne Gretzky, the great one.
The great.
I still
You
have
miss
like hockey
100% of
cards.
the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. Mario Lemieux. He was a player for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're my favorite hockey
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
They
Sure.
uh, they won the Stanley Cup in 1991, and that was I was what, 6 years old, and
Okay.
it was the first year I was allowed to stay up and watch that someone
Yeah.
win
All
up.
right.
So I
That's
loved
cool.
him.
So
Loved
you're
him.
a kid, you just love that guy. All right.
Loved
So
that guy.
let's round out your top five. Let's round out your top five. Who's your number one? Who was your number one?
Childhood. Oh man, that would be MJ.
Yeah, MJ,
Would be
right?
MJ. That would
90s.
be
Yeah.
MJ.
Okay. Okay. Number two.
Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky,
Do it.
Mike Tyson,
Ooh, Tyson's a good one.
and there's Donovan
Uh,
Bailey. Donovan
I don't know
Bailey.
who that is. Who's Donovan Bailey? Who's that guy?
Donovan.
I don't know.
He once held the record for the 100-meter dash. 1996 Olympics. He was a Canadian runner. He was Jamaican Canadian runner, and he won the 100-meter dash. And he set the record, the world record at that time. I think Bolt,
Nice.
Usain Bolt has beaten him and everything, but
Yeah.
he was just one of those things. Proud to be Canadian, but also just if you watch the race, you'll remember the face that he made after the race.
Yeah.
It was just
Okay.
weird looking. But
All
sports
right.
heroes, those would be them.
All right.
Yeah, I mean Gordie Howe fits up there too, but he was like the '50s hockey,
Yeah, see
and
now
I've
you're
never
getting like
actually watched.
way too in depth. This isn't like a sports show there, guy.
It's
You're gonna
not.
just tune out all of our listeners that are like, okay, I
Oh,
don't care about these
no, no,
people.
no! All those Vancouverites, Ryan Reynolds. I know you're listening. Yeah, he's gonna have the
I
exact
believe he
same.
listens.
He's gonna have.
I
He's gonna have
believe
the
you.
exact same. He's gonna have the exact same. What can I say?
Yeah,
He's gonna
I
have the
bought a
exact
bottle
same
of
list.
his gin last night
Oh,
because
you
it
did?
is good. It's delicious.
Nice.
So,
Wow.
but anyways, okay.
Okay.
So
So
mine,
let's do
if you
your top
care,
five.
if you
Let's do
care.
this. Your
So
your top five.
MJ was up there, but my number one growing up was Jeremy McGrath. Do you know who
Okay.
Jeremy McGrath
I
is?
know who Jeremy McGrath is.
You know who Jeremy? He was my number one as a kid. That dude was awesome, right? So
Nice.
I've got Jeremy McGrath and then Rob Harris. You may not know who Rob Harris is.
I don't. I
But
don't.
when I was a kid, I went with my dad to the drop zone all the time, right? He was a big skydiver. He actually died in 1995, right? He did the Mountain Dew commercial, that sky surfing. He was big part of Pepsi's marketing campaign, like the guy on the in like skydiving with the board underneath of him,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
Rob Harris. He was amazing. He died in 95 shooting a commercial for Mountain Dew. Like, I mean, but he was one of my big guys when I was a kid because I went to drop
Nice.
zone all the time with my dad. Um, and then there was MJ obviously, and then
Mhm.
Arnold, right?
Yeah.
Just freaking Arnold, man. He was the dude to me. Arnold's for those that don't know, his name is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the Governator. If you are listening, that would be amazing, but you're probably not. If you are, please reach out to me because you're amazing. And then rounding out my top five, and this one's gonna be weird. This one's gonna
Mhm.
be weird. You ready for this?
Hit me.
Richard Simmons.
Oh my gosh. Sweating to the oldies.
But
So,
we're talking fitness. He wasn't really a hero of mine, but I freaking love that guy. I thought he was hilarious. Just
oh my
come on,
gosh.
come on. Actually, no, it's not really Richard Simmons. It's Eddie Murphy as Richard Simmons. That was just
Oh
my
man.
favorite thing from the Nutty Professor. Yes,
Yeah.
slap it, clap it. But I mean, you got to think about Richard Simmons and what he did for people.
Mm.
Like he did something great. He turned people because he wasn't like super in shape. You know what I mean? He
And
was not.
the people he had on his video weren't super in shape.
They weren't super in shape. He was just a normal dude. But what he was doing was he was bringing that normality to trying to get in shape, right? So people sitting on the couch, like you don't got to do something crazy, just clap, just clap, just
Mm.
clap, right? And that's kind of what we're all about too. You don't gotta let's do something crazy, but you don't gotta be that super fit guy in order to try to get in shape or to be healthier or to do any of this stuff. You just
Yeah.
be yourself.
Yeah, you heard us at the beginning of this of we had a lousy week
It
for
allows
getting out there, and it
coming as
happens.
you are. I mean, it's not like a big thing. You don't already have to be in shape. Like you watch, like we talked about P90X last week, right?
Yeah.
But if you watch that video, those people are already ripped out, right?
Hmm.
Like they're already ripped out. The cool thing about Richard Simmons was he wasn't.
He
He
wasn't.
was
The people behind
he
him
was,
weren't.
he was just hanging out, having fun,
Yeah.
super in shape, good dude. And
Yeah.
then, and then Arnie, obviously. Arnie's just a beast, has been
Yeah.
forever. Just love that
Yeah.
guy. But yeah, I mean those were my fitness people. Now
Nice.
how did they become these big fitness people? right? How'd they get there?
They probably practiced a lot.
Yes.
They probably
Yes.
did that a
So
lot.
that's the thing too. Like a lot of people will see these people that come up. Like there's an Irish wrestler lady. She was born on the exact same day I was born, and she's like in shape and famous and like a real. And I'm like, man, I'm the same exact age as this person, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not cool like that, right?
Yeah.
And so you have to think like these people dedicated their lives to what they were doing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And whereas Colin and I, our lives are dedicated to our families, right? And a
Yeah.
lot of people out there are like that. Your life is dedicated to something else. And in order to reach that level, that peak of amazingness like Michael Jordan, you can't be like Michael Jordan, right? I mean you can
No,
if
I
you really
drink
want.
Gatorade. Drink Gatorade. That's what the commercial said.
No,
Be
no, no.
like Mike. Drink
That.
Gatorade.
Yeah, no.
You,
But okay,
it's a
maybe,
great commercial. It's a
but you
great
could be a
commercial.
little like Mike if
That's
buy the
true.
shoes. If you buy the shoes, you wear only Nike. But no,
Yeah.
that doesn't count. I mean, how he got there was, he was practicing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did. That was his whole life. He woke up in the morning, he practiced until he went to bed at night. He was practicing, and that's how those people became great like that. You can't become great by just hanging out, and so it's not expected of you, right? Don't feel bad about yourself because you're not MJ, right? Don't feel bad about yourself because you're not even Muggsy Bogues, who was only 5'10", and that's why he was one of my big guys when I was growing up because he was little and he played in the NBA, right?
He was pretty good at it too.
He was good. Yes.
I knew someone who played some pickup games here in Denver with him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that dude.
played at the rec center, and he was there, and they got to play with Muggsy
I mean,
Bogues.
but I mean that's the thing, right? Like you see these people and you just think, oh man, I could never be like that. You could, but you have to dump the rest of your life.
Yeah,
And for a
yeah.
lot of us, most of us, 99% of people, it's just not worth it. I mean, I
When
love spending time with my kids. I don't want to spend 99% of my time playing basketball on the chance that I might be really good at it. I want to hang out with my kids. I want to come home.
Well, and even trying to get them good at it too. A lot of that
Yeah.
commitment to get them doing it. I've been talking with Jessica about getting the kids golfing, and right now the golf courses are open, but all of the greens are closed. You can't go to the driving range or anything, so you have to actually go and play some around. And
Sure.
I was trying to go take my kids to the driving range the other day because I'm like, dang, I'm already too late. They're 7 years old. I'm already too late for them to be the world's greatest, but I want them just to
What?
get
No,
the
you're
lanes to
not. You're
yeah.
never too late to be the world's greatest there,
Did
guy.
you not did you see Tiger Woods? He was like 4 years old on
That
like
does
the
not matter.
Regis and Kathy Lee
Dude,
show.
that does not matter. That does not matter. Everyone says that, right? Like when we were racing
Yeah.
motocross, it was a big thing like, oh, you'll never be that great because you didn't start at 4 years old.
Hmm.
That's not true. It'll just take you a little bit longer
That's
in
true.
order to be greater, right?
That's
You don't have to, that's not too late. But, anyways, you shouldn't put that on your kids, though.
oh
If
no,
they
not at
want to
all.
do it, let them do it. But don't
Yeah.
be one of those parents who's out there in the soccer field like, ah, I thought this was America.
So our childhood heroes kind of not really the same. One in common, but the
Rest of
rest
them
are
are different.
all just a little
Yeah,
different.
Colin,
That's
Colin and I are very different people. He
well,
is
different
Canadian and loves
countries.
hockey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
loves hockey. Never played it very much.
yeah,
Parents, we did basketball. It was cheaper to play than hockey.
yeah. True.
So there was, I could go off on a bunch of other basketball players that we could talk about too,
Well, I
but
mean,
they weren't
I'm
as
pretty
high as
thankful for
MJ.
my parents because they actually let us do motocross. Motocross is an expensive sport, and they
Yeah.
let us do that.
Yeah.
I mean, but it wasn't about like you can get in your head about trying to be the greatest or anything like that. But I mean, you have to remember that unless you're planning on dedicating your life, you can't be the greatest at something. You could be really good at something, but not the absolute greatest at something. Unless, it's like knitting. I
Knitting.
feel like the bar is low for knitting. You could probably be the
Knit.
greatest knitter.
You are
What's up,
going
hot
to
knitters?
you're gonna create a whole new backlash against us because knitting is actually very hard. Quilting,
Is it though?
all that stuff is hard.
Okay, quilting, I
Do it.
believe. But knitting,
Oh,
is it
you're
though?
you're creating. Oh man, everyone, I do not represent the same.
Loop and punch.
I do not represent the same outlook as my co-partner here. He
Who
is
are you trying to impress there, guy? Who are you
all
trying to
the all
impress?
the knitters out there, all the knitters.
All the knitters.
All those knitters out there. Well, so we, it's you said dedicating your life to it and dedicating our lives to our family, and we both enjoy spending time with our family, with our kids, our significant others, but finding that balance. The kids love. I mean, they're fast enough on their bikes now. They can go right beside me and run when I'm running, and they love doing that. And so I'm trying to get the love of just exercise, outdoors, all that sort of thing with my kids. Get them to love it as well, so they don't see it as work. So yeah, they're not going to be the greatest. I don't think I'm going to be the greatest, but I can dedicate, this next week to, like I told you, next week I'm going to be telling you how I'll have done a lot better, but I'm going to make sure my kids are out there and with me as well. But
Having fun though.
having
Having
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
If you try to make your kids the greatest thing in the world, they're not going to be that. They're just going to be angry. They're going to be sad. They're not going to be having fun with it anymore. And if they're not having fun with it, what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember in high school, there was a girl in one of my classes who was going to be a swimmer. Her parent, I mean, she was every morning. Every morning she was in the pool. She was always swimming. Every morning she talked about that.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, last time I saw her on social media, I don't think she's swimming anymore.
Yeah.
I
Because you get burned out on it. I mean,
yeah,
like Michael Phelps became the greatest swimmer ever, not because, well, a lot of it because of genetics, right? That's the other thing that plays a
the
big
perfect
part is genetics.
body of angle.
You got to get lucky with your genetics, but not only that, the dude lived in a pool, right? Like watching it before the Olympics, they went into his backstory. He spent like 8 to 10 hours a day in a pool.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you can dedicate that kind of time, it's not going to happen. And that's okay. Just be out there, go have fun with it. You don't got to be the best. Just be you.
Yeah,
That's what it boils
exactly.
down to. Positivity. Don't be all negative on yourself. Like even those pro athletes and stuff like that, they get depressed because I mean that's their life. And this thing that was once fun for them is no longer really fun for them. It's just work. And
Yeah.
so keep it fun, keep it light. But yeah, childhood heroes, how they got there, that insane discipline and just working every single day. All you need is a minuscule amount of discipline that I lack, FYI. But all you need is just this minuscule amount of discipline to be where you want to be and where you should be versus, this insane thing that you're looking up to going, well, I can't be like that. So who cares?
So how has your views changed? Who are your adult heroes?
Um, so as an adult, my heroes have changed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because it's more people that I interact with and see do better.
So no more celebrities.
Not really. I mean, in a sense, Hugh Jackman is just the most jacked human, and Wolverine, he is super cool.
Every iteration of Wolverine, he's
Yeah, so I mean,
jacked.
he is super fit, and that's awesome. But you got to think too, he's got trainers and dietitians and all that other fun stuff. And yes, you can do that at home, but you're going to be spending a ton of time doing that as your life, right? And so it's kind of shifted. Mine are more personal. Like my dad, he was big when I was growing up, and now the dude weighs like 170. He skydives constantly. He runs great. He doesn't run because he's a little limpy, but he won't mind me saying that. He knows.
All right.
but but I mean, like my dad or my um Shelby's grandpa, believe it or not. The dude is, almost 80 years old and he's walking like 7 miles at a time still.
Nice.
Right? Like, I mean, that those are how my kind of heroes have shifted.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
In a way, and this is gonna sound crazy, but my son is a big hero of mine, right? Because he's hardcore about what he cares about and what he goes for and stuff like that, right? And then I kind of am a hero of myself
Yeah.
because I did that thing at 300 pounds or whatever. I did the thing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like that, it's a point of pride for me.
The
So it's
the triathlon for any of those who
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah, yeah. For any of
right.
those not listening, I worked and I did it at 300 pounds on a broken foot. I mean, there's not a lot of people that can do that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and I feel cool about that.
It's the
Not
whole
to
reason
toot
why
my own
it's the whole
horn.
reason why we started all of this.
Yeah, it really
Because
is.
because of that.
So I mean, what about you? How have yours changed since you've grown?
It's a lot of it has just been like a lot of examples, and even like when I feel when you're in your childhood you look at the celebrity side of things and like, oh, it's awesome sports figures and things like that, but there's still like Mario Lemieux. I still love that guy. He doesn't play
Yeah.
hockey anymore. He's part owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins, but one of the things is he beat cancer and then came back and played hockey again.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then now he owns the team as well. And so, there's a big story about they were going broke, blah blah blah, but he was one of the greatest players ever. He left, he had cancer, he beat cancer, came back and played more, and then bought a team, and then he now
That's rad.
well, and then he drafted another great player, Sidney Crosby. So it's just one of those things of looking at the complete part of it, not just
Right.
the
Like when
how
you're a
many
kid, you
goals
just see
he
the
scored.
flash,
Yeah,
right? You
not how
see the
many goals he
flash.
scored, not how many assists, not
Yep.
points, not how many Stanley Cups. It's now, holy cow, that's a well-rounded everything.
Well, for me, it's more the heart behind it,
Yeah.
right? And now it is. Like before, it was, oh my gosh, he's so cool, right? Like MJ, so cool. Look at that dunk, right? Stuff like that. Now it's more, it's the perseverance, it's the heart behind the matter, right? Those guys that the something like my dad, for instance, right? Seriously though, I mean, he had something horrible happen. He comes back from it. He's stronger for it, and stuff like that. It's that heart, that never give up kind of thing, and they keep going regardless of what happens, because you see it all the time with major sports and stuff like that. Something happens and they kind of quit because they're set for life or whatever. It's that love and that passion and that heart that I'm more drawn to now as an adult, versus, oh man, he can dunk. Look how much that guy can bench press. Like just that flash. Oh my gosh, Dennis Rodman's got blonde hair. That's so cool.
Yeah, way to pick Dennis Rodman out of that lineup too. He did good rebounding. Good job, Dennis. You did good rebounding. He did good. He was one of the greatest rebounders of all
You're
time.
being rude though.
No, I'm not.
You're
He
being rude,
can't. He
though.
wasn't known for dunking. He was known for rebounding.
No, but you're being rude though. He was a lot more than that. He was the
Simon Says.
he was the aggression.
Was
he
he
was the
was he
he
known
was
for
that
Simon
he was
for
that
Simon Says?
that
Yeah.
that what?
Simon Says. His movie.
Oh, I think more Double Take when I think of Dennis Rodman in a movie with him and Jean-Claude Van Damme, who is also a great fitness guy. If you have never seen it, go watch the Volvo commercial with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I almost said Dennis Rodman. With Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's a perfect example. He's what, 65?
I don't even know anymore.
Something
Yeah.
like that. And
old.
just watch that. Him as the old guy. I mean, that really speaks to me, is that perseverance, that heart, that passion, more than this guy can dunk.
It's moved away from just the flashiness of it. It moves towards because I mean, my life changed having a family, and now I have kids, because before it was about me, and now it's about my family.
Now it's about
my wife. Now it's about them. And so now it's just completely different outlook on life, and just that. So I mean, there's still sports heroes. I do enjoy watching a lot of sports, and I do enjoy watching certain people play those sports.
Sure,
but
I mean that's a thing though.
But I like knowing what they're doing off the field.
I'm more like Homer. I like watching the sports bloopers. Well, watch this guy's head just get taken clean off. Right? Like, I'll only watch NASCAR if I know a crash.
Don't they like? Isn't that a broken fibula or something? And crack. Sports greatest injury.
Or like you remember that old MTV show with the guy from Papa Roach?
Yeah.
Right. What was that called? What was that called? I forget what it's called, but it's just nasty crashes from people.
Watching The Last Dance, I keep on remembering, was it NBA Inside Stuff, Saturday Morning Basketball by Ahmed Rashid, I think his name was. He's in the documentary, so sure. I think it's his name. But anyways, so it's obviously change, and with how you look at your heroes, and we could go into a whole bunch of other ways and
all day
things like that about other people, but ultimately it's I've admitted I know that my basketball career ended a long time ago. And
yeah, with scoliosis. Yeah.
All my friends who are listening and from remembering me from childhood of like, oh, you weren't the greatest. I know I wasn't the greatest, but I wanted it. I loved it.
High hopes.
And and then when it was like, yeah, your back can't take all of this anymore. It's like, all right, fine, yeah, I'll stop and everything. And now I'm not good, but as long as you have that mindset. I mean, I still have this mindset. I'm gonna be the greatest at running triathlons this year.
No.
Me and you, out of you and I, out of you and I, out of you and I. Yeah, you and I. So
it's
I will
a
be
constant
the
competition with me and Colin.
It is
constant competition. I beat him out of the swim, and then he catches up to me on the bike, and then I almost catch him again on the run now. So
beat him on the run. So 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't that bad.
Getting close.
2 out of 3 ain't that bad. Yeah.
Getting close though. Getting close. So I mean that's the thing there. So we actually had another topic to talk about, but this one worked out really well. It actually there was a lot to talk about. So I mean, just remember, those heroes out there, they're your heroes. They can be your heroes, but you don't have to be just like them. Say chillax.
Yeah.
Chillax. I'll just get another loan from the bank. I mean,
but find that love, train like it.
Yeah,
train it,
that
love it, motivate, and and then Ryan Reynolds, once again, shout out. I am Canadian, Ryan, and so come hang out with me. I love British Columbia.
I'm not Australian like you are, but I still love you, so it's fine.
Anyway,
Shelby, if you're out there, I love you as well. And we're gonna end on that note. And so just if you guys want to visit www.fgitr.com. And we want to hear your stories. If you've got a fitness story, we want you to come on the show. We want you to talk to us about your fitness story, your fitness journey. Reach out to us, Joshua@chubrun.com, or if you prefer the skinny guy, Colin at chubrun.com. The skinny, slow in the water guy. That's him. And that's why he can't do the Alcatraz triathlon, because the last leg is swimming, and he would be totally gassed and not be able to finish that out. So,
well, I'm Colin.
And I'm Josh.
And we're the fattest guys in the room.
Wow, you're a little slow on that one. You're a little slow on the
I was thinking maybe we'd say it together.
I'm the fattest guy in the room. No, I was gonna let you have the spotlight. I mean, you can just, All right. You want to try? We want to try again? Okay. Dude, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm Colin.
And I'm Josh. And
we're the fattest guys.
We still can't do it. All right. Bye now.